What is up, everyone? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today we have a really cool one. We have the Hercules DJ Control mix. We're going to be talking about it today. We're going to be giving a little review, how to hook it up, what's in the box, and make sure you know how to hook it up to your laptop, or you can hook it up to your phone, which is an Android, iPad, iOS device. It does work pretty much plug and play, but we will show you a couple little hiccups and tricks of the trade to get this thing going. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you've never tuned in, just know I'm just here to help, guys, just here to be helpful, do that research for you so you don't have to, give it to you as easy as possible, and leave some links in case you're interested in some of the products that we talk about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share if this is helpful. Let's continue to grow the Martini Nation. We are steadily growing. I'd love to hit 10,000 subscribers this year. Please make that happen. You guys are all awesome. We're growing a great, loyal, exceptionally positive community out there. So guys, just thank you guys, and let's get into the video without further ado. So I always start out with what is in the box, so we'll get into the box here. Now, I've already taken everything out, but here's the box. I always like to showcase the box. If you were in the store and you're taking a look at this, this would definitely grab your eye. It is a Bluetooth device, so it's made for smartphones. So let's put that out there. It's made for smartphones. It's made for tablets. It's made for iOS, small iPads, things like that, small devices. But you can get it to work with your laptop that way, and then run audio out of your headphone jack. So I'm going to show you a few tricks like that. But very, very cool. But it is made for a smartphone. It is made to be very portable, but it is plug and play. So here are some of the accessories that you'll be getting. You'll get just a little USB to USB Type-C for power. To be able to power this up, you do get a little splitter cable, basically for headphones. Now, this is going to be going to your phone. It won't be going to the actual controller, and I'll show you that why. But it does have split queuing, so you can get headphones and put out your audio if you want to do it. Corded, the little 3.5 millimeter jack. It does come with like a little stand, but it is very, very short in there. So unless you took a little Dremel and made this a little bit bigger, it'll be hard to get your phone with a case on it. So just putting that out there. I would show you what it looks like. Well, I could show you what it looks like with a phone. This is an Android X-Reel, but basically standard to most of your Android phones. This does not have a case on it, but you can see it would be held in there just like that. If you needed a little stand, you could also shorten it up and put it in there like that as well. But once again, this doesn't have a case on it. And if you can kind of see in there, there's not much extra room in there. So if you have a thick case, it's not going to go in there. And so then your case is out of luck. So I would have something else, kind of like I have another little stand over there that I purchased. I could put a link for this because it does work with large items. Pretty cool. It's actually for like a little mini gaming system, but it works great for my phone. I use it for my phone a lot, and I have a case on my phone, so something to put out there. You also get instructions on here, right here, and then you get the DJ algorithm website to look up, because like I said, you can use this DJ Control mix on iOS or Android without upgrading the DJ Pro paid version. So you can use it plug and play with the software. So very, very cool. Other than that, let's take a quick look at the controller. Like I said, so the only output on this is USB Type-C, and it's because you can plug it in. Well, I could plug it into my laptop, and I'll show you that too. But any other way, it has to be, you're running all the music and everything through your tablet or through your Android device or through your phone. And we'll show you how to hook it up. The control has been released before, but it was released with Bluetooth for DJ algorithm software, and so you can see it's kind of branded up there, DJ. It is from Hercules, and we'll go over the controller a little bit better, but like I said, no other inputs or outputs, which is kind of disappointing. I wish they just would have left them. Like I said, this was out before, and I know they want it to be exclusively a Bluetooth controller, but it would be nice to have just the jack, the 3.5 millimeter jack in there, so you could output your sound from this. But trying to keep cost downs and stuff like that, I understand. So we're going to look at it a lot better once we get over top and all those types of things. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how to get this started and get it hooked up. We are back. I want to go ahead and give you the full little overview on this, and so we'll take a quick look at what we have on the controller really quick. And you can see it's split in half. Of course, you got your crossfader, you have your volume here, which is your main volume. You have filter and bass on these knobs here. You have your master volume here. You have your headphone volume here. These are your headphone cues. This is going to be your shift button, so you can go through some of your FX and sampler modes. Your vinyl for scratching. These are touch sensitive on the top here. You have sync, cue, play and pause, and you have your tempo faders right here, which aren't super long but still work pretty good. Like I said, all we have, this is your only input right here, USB Type-C, and that's about it, guys. That's it. There's no lights on the bottom, no nothing like that. Pretty simple, but it is Bluetooth, and you also have your to change your filter and your bass right here, but that'll also blink for your Bluetooth as well. So let's go ahead and plug it in. I do have this plugged in to a wall outlet here. So now we have power. You do have to power this. You could also use like a little power adapter, like a little portable power adapter to plug into this if you had one of those available, and you'd have quick power, nice portable power. All right, so the first thing we want to do for hookup, you will need some adapters. So if you have a new iPhone or iPad mini, you can use USB Type-C, this type of adapter here. This is another type of adapter, and the only reason I'm showing is this because it does have an extra power, so I can still power my iPad, and then I still have the 3.5 millimeter jack for sound. But we'll just use the normal adapter here. We'll plug that right into our phone. Here's the adapter it comes with. Your black one is going to be for your output to your speakers. Your green one is going to be your output for your headphones. And we'll go ahead and plug that in. And then if you had an older phone, like I said, this is the Lightning version. So just showing you that if you have i14 or older there, this is an iPad mini, but I have an iPhone Pro 15, so it does have USB Type-C. So you can see that it is flashing once I plugged it in. That means it's ready to connect to Bluetooth. So we just go to our app here and go to the DJ app. I'll bring this closer now and kind of show you here. So all we want to do is go to the middle little button right here, the settings on the bottom right here, and then we're going to go to audio devices. Actually, we're going to go to MIDI devices down here and go to supported DJ controllers. You can check there, but we just need to go to Bluetooth devices here, and you can see that there's my control mix. It's not connected, so it is flashing. It is on, powered on. You can see it right there. So all we gotta do is connect, and boom, it's connected now. So that's it. We are connected. There's lots of settings that you can go through here. I'm not gonna go through, but you can invert crossfader, all kinds of settings here that you can go through. The biggest one that I like to go through is your audio devices. Make sure that you have your split queuing here, split output, and that's what we have, and that the main output is going through that little adapter right there. You can also split out booth or microphone, whatever you want to output to the iPad speakers if you want to. Another thing I don't like is start playback, so I have that turned off, and also reset any FX or tempos when I restart new songs. Autoplay on the crossfader, I don't like that either. So just my little pet peeves, but there's tons of settings for you to go through if you wanted to check all that out. Basically, I just wanted to show you basically how to hook it up. Once you get that, you see that this is a total portable little setup. You could even use this little portable speaker as well, and boom, you have a little mini setup there. Very, very cool, very, very easy to use. not only can you hook up your controller, but you could hook up a Bluetooth speaker as well with this setup. I just like cording stuff a lot, but very, very easy setup to do. And I can just show you, that everything works. We got your headphones button here. We have power. Um, let's see. I do have this hooked up to Apple Music right now, but I also have my own files. I can go to Tidal as well. DJ actually has music that you can listen to in here, but I want to go to make sure I have some free samples that I can play for you guys. And I'll just drop and drag them in there. You can see that easily load up. That's the only thing I wish this controller had was a browser knob. I love that on the smaller controllers, but there is no browser knob. But you do have your master, so we'll go ahead and we can play this. I'll put a little hot cue on this too, so I can restart it. But we got volume. That's main volume. So very responsive. Not too much lag, which I do like about that. You can say we can change. Filter, and the other one was the bass. But you can see we did change the filter in the bass there, and of course you have your crossfader. You have all your tempo. You can see it's adjusting everything on the tempo. Cue it up. Sync buttons, so you can completely mix and do whatever you need. You do have vinyl, so let's go ahead and fire this one up. And then it'll be an adjust if you take the vinyl mode off. But like I said, it's very responsive, and I think that's the coolest part about it. So very, very cool uh, with the DJControl mix. And like I said, it's got everything you need. And you can go through your samples. You can shift into your FX here if you wanted to go into FX. So you can go in your FX, and it does go on both sides. Go through FX. You also have loops that you can hit shift and go to your loops here. When it's flashing, that means you're in that category. So let's go ahead and restart this. It's still in the FX here. There we go. Get that off. Go into your samples. You can loop this. Now it's looping. So you can see that you got your loops, samples, hot cues, FX, and those are your main features on there. So very, very cool. So another thing I wanted to show you is really quick hooking it up to a laptop, which will be a little bit different. And so I wanted to show you that really quick just as a quick tutorial. So you can see how everything's working. Very portable, very, very cool. Really cool tech with the Bluetooth and how good it works in my opinion. All right, everybody, we are back, and I wanted to go ahead and show you that you can hook this up to a laptop as well. I showed you on the tablet. Let's go ahead and just make sure that you have a USB. I'm using a different kind of USB cord that actually can do data, and it's not just for charging. I have ran it into that before, but everything should be working with the one that you get with the DJ, but this is just a different one. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in for power, and we have it right there. Also, if you've never done it, there is on the website here, let's go real quick. You can see that in the background here, if you go to Hercules DJ, you see the DJControl mix, and there is drivers that you can put on here. And if you've never done it, go ahead and go get that for Windows 10, 11, ASIO drivers, and go ahead and download that, install them. It just takes a few seconds. So you have the drivers for Hercules controllers. It works for a lot of different controllers. So if you've never had them though, you're going to want to do that. Okay. Other than that, all we have to do is go ahead and fire up Virtual DJ. I'm going to show you on Virtual DJ first, just to show you that it does work. And it automatically pops up that Hercules controller. And you can see that it is working with that. The one thing that you will have to do is you still have to use that adapter, and you have to have that split queuing. You'll have to go into your settings for the split queuing to make sure you have the sound and the headphones going for split queuing in your settings. And the settings button's right up here. And if you just go to your audio, you can set that up. There's all these set up for that. Okay. Other than that, I just want to show you that it does work with that. We can go ahead and I'll shut this down. You can show you with the DJ Pro again too. Once you're hooked up, you throw it in. It automatically is plug and play pretty much. You can see that I already connected. But if you just go to your settings once again over here, you go to audio devices, and you can see that it has the main output is, make sure it is for my headphone jack right here is where you want it. Pre-queuing, you got to set that up, and I would go to the split output here, that little adapter there, and now I have split output. I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and we are good. So that's what you would need to do to have that set up for your DJ in here, but everything is working. We can use this controller for DJ algorithm on a laptop as well. And like I said, look how portable that is. So if you had good battery on your laptop, go ahead and just plug this into your laptop. Hit this out with some speakers. You could like even hook it up to a little portable speaker, or just have your laptop speakers. And yeah, you got a little portable setup. So very, very cool on the Hercules DJControl. So, all right, everybody, let's get into pros and cons and get you guys on out of here. I just wanted to add one little quick thing. I did find a little portable battery power pack, and it does work. Like I said, you can just hook that right into the controller and it will power it. You could also power your tablet or phone or whatever else and give it power while you're working as well. So it's very cool. Just make sure that you purchase one of these power packs that doesn't automatically shut off after a certain point, which they do make some like that out there. This one has an on and off button, so as long as it's on and something's plugged into it, it will automatically stay on as you're using it. So pretty cool device there, and really easy to make this a super portable unit. So let's go into pros for sure. Pros price point $109, really, really cool item for that price point. And you can even get it less on Amazon. They might have some used specials. You might get it for like $99. So eBay also $99. You'll probably find it used. So very, very cool device. Good for the price that you're getting. I mean, it has all the features that you need, in my opinion, with the sync, the play, pause, the cue, the hot cue, your sampler, your loop FX, your headphone cues, so you can do the split cue, master, headphones, volume, everything you need, pretty much. And the filter and your bass is always good. It would be cool to have like a 3-band EQ, but I understand for the price point what they're doing here. Also, kind of like the Starlight, maybe it could have some lights on the bottom, things like that, but you know, getting a little picky there. But I do love all the features it has, and it's got just enough to get done what you need to get done. So pretty cool there. Pretty good construction, like I said. And I do like the Bluetooth, how it works so well with the software that it works with, DJ Algorithm. You can plug and play into Virtual DJ and some other dejuice softwares, things like that. So it does work with some other things very, very well and easily. So I like how it can work with multiple devices. But it is, for the Pro, made for a smartphone or like an iPad or a tablet. It is made to be portable and Bluetooth to those devices, which it does very, very well. So definitely all thumbs up from there. It wouldn't be me if I didn't give a couple cons and just some pet peeves with me is like I wish it did have a browser knob. A browser knob would be fantastic on this. God, if they could have put that on there, it would just meet all my expectations, and I wouldn't really have a lot of negatives on it. But a browser knob, and even if that browser knob was the actual load knob itself too, where you could go through things, click it, and it would, put a song to the right channel or the left channel, and that would be fantastic for a browser knob. Also, I do like that the construction on this, but it is a little bit clicky. Everything is clicky buttons and everything, but it works well. But it's very, very clicky. If they could have put some like soft plush rubber buttons on there or something, it would be nice. But once again, getting picky. Could have put some cool lights on it, like the starlight would be cool. But everything working pretty good. So not a lot. And oh, one last thing that I did see along a lot of reviews, and I didn't go through it much, but I did test it, was the Bluetooth connecting to a speaker. Not only do you connect to a speaker, but you connect to your tablet as well through Bluetooth, and you can do both of those at the same time. But there will be a little extra lag, and I say a little because I didn't notice it hugely, but you can tell that there's a little lag between what you're doing on the Bluetooth speaker and the controller. So it does work a lot better plugged in via the split Q adapter. So I would definitely recommend using that most of the time you're DJing. But if you want to use a speaker and you're just doing basic mixes and stuff, you're not going to notice it too bad. It really works pretty good. But if you're doing scratching and doing some technical things that you really need to be on point, then you might notice a little bit of the lag working it through a Bluetooth speaker. But just letting you know about that. But it wasn't huge. It is a negative, but it wasn't super huge in my opinion. So I think that's all I got for the pros and cons. Final thoughts. Definitely, I'm a go for this controller. I think it just has enough for you to be super portable. You can take a power pack with you, battery power pack, plug everything into that, and you can be mobile DJing really easy with your phone, the controller, and your headphones. And so you could even have a little portable speaker as well. And you got a little mini setup anywhere you want to go. If you just want to use your headphones, you can do that as well. And you can just listen to, you could be on a plane, and you could be going through your mixes, setting things up for a set list, all kinds of things. So very, very creative with the Bluetooth. I love how it also works with everything else. Definitely good for a beginning DJ, but also a good kit for an established DJ as a backup or a backup plan. For Bluetooth, if something goes wrong, or maybe you need to play in two rooms at the same time and you just want a little mini kit that you could take down really fast once that room's done and you're going to your main room. I've had that at weddings and stuff where you might just want a little mini controller, enough to get things done, and even Bluetooth to a speaker. That would be awesome. So it could be professional kit as well as just a little mini setup for a side room that you need to take down at some point and then go to your main setup. So very, very cool. So good for beginners and good for pros as well. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, and share if this is helpful at all. And just know too that I'm coming up real quick with the DJControl Mix Ultra. The review is coming right here on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. So stay tuned for that. If you want to spend a little bit more money but get a little bit more as well, then stay tuned for that review that is coming really soon on my channel. So thank you so much. This has been the DJControl mix right here. And like I said, thumbs up from DJ Martini Midwest. I think it's a cool little mini controller, and I think you should definitely check it out. So I'll leave some links in the description Other than that, we'll see you really soon on my next video or tutorial. Catch you later.